Welcome to Good News Weekly, your weekly reminder that good things are happening all around the world. Let yourself be inspired and uplifted. We start this week in the Pacific with some wonderful news for one of the world's most celebrated ecosystems. A late summer monsoon arrived at exactly the right moment for the Great Barrier Reef in early 2026, bringing widespread cloud cover and cooler temperatures, giving the reef exactly the breathing room it needed. According to the Australian Institute of Marine Science's annual survey, coral cover either held steady or increased slightly across all three major regions of the reef, and the reef responded. That's what resilience looks like, an ecosystem that, given even a short window of cooler conditions, holds on and begins to recover. Nature, when offered a chance, is extraordinary at taking it. Next, we travel to Nepal for a story that shows what patient, ground-level conservation work can achieve. Shuklafanta National Park in the country's far west has recorded a significant jump in its Bengal tiger population, from 36 tigers just 4 years ago to 50 in the most recent count. The reason, according to park officials, is straightforward: abundant prey, reliable water sources, and, crucially, zero recorded poaching. The park now supports around 113 prey species per square kilometer, meaning tigers don't need to roam beyond their own habitat to feed. That's exactly the kind of ecosystem health that keeps big cat populations stable over time. Now, a milestone worth celebrating from Bolivia. The Asociación Armonía marks its 30th anniversary this week, and the numbers behind that milestone are extraordinary. When the organization began its work, the blue-throated macaw, a stunning bird found only in the Bolivian lowlands, was feared to be effectively extinct, with fewer than 150 individuals believed to remain in the wild by the early 2000s. After 3 decades of habitat protection, nest box installation, scientific monitoring, and deeply collaborative community engagement, that population has climbed to nearly 800. What makes Armonia's approach stand out is that conservation isn't imposed from the outside. Local communities own and directly manage the reserves, and the people closest to the land are the ones leading the recovery. Staying in the world of birds, this time in Northern Europe, here is a genuinely first-of-its-kind story. The European Shag, a sleek seabird that normally nests on the rocky cliffs of Norway, France, and the British Isles, has bred successfully in Denmark for the very first time. A single pair raised 2 chicks on the protected island group of Herschelmene in the northern Kattegat. Observers had been watching shags appear on these islands every spring for the past decade, so this feels less like a sudden arrival and more like a slow, natural process finally coming to fruition. In neighboring Sweden, the shag population has been climbing steadily since the first confirmed breeding there in 2004. It looks very much like Denmark is now the next chapter of that story. Next, a story from the world of materials science with real implications far beyond the lab. Engineers have developed an adhesive that bonds underwater in just 10 seconds, and, unlike virtually every other glue, actually gets stronger when submerged. The material, published in Nature Communications, has kept a 2-kilogram weight suspended continuously underwater for more than 3 years without failure, and can be detached and reattached up to 8 times. This matters because maintaining underwater infrastructure, pipelines, sensors, hull repairs, oceanographic instruments, currently faces huge adhesive limitations. The ability to bond, repair, and maintain things reliably underwater could quietly transform industries and make the infrastructure beneath our oceans last a great deal longer. And finally this week, a story that makes our understanding of sharks fundamentally richer. Researchers have spent years analyzing tiny fossilized shark scales preserved in sediments off the coast of Panama, reconstructing what reef shark populations looked like across the past 7,000 years. What they found was striking. Even before human fishing pressure began, Pacific reefs naturally supported around 20 times more sharks than Caribbean reefs, shaped by differences in ocean productivity. The implication for conservation is significant.
Rather than applying a single global recovery target across every reef, scientists can now set goals grounded in what each specific ecosystem was historically capable of supporting. For the first time, scientists know what a truly healthy reef shark population looks like. And knowing that makes protecting it a whole lot more achievable.
That's Good News Weekly for this week. 6 stories from across the globe, proving that positive progress happens around the world. If this gave you a boost, share it with someone who could use a pick-me-up. New episodes drop every Sunday. I'll see you next week.